Welcome to Pythagorean Theorem, and this is Rihab al-Dakil. Today, we are going to explain Pythagorean Theorem. Let's talk about Pythagoras and his history first. He was born in Greece, and he did a lot of traveling to Egypt to learn things and mathematics. In his early years, he wasn't known much. However, Pythagoras gained his famous status by founding a group. It called Brotherhood of Pythagoreans, which is focused on a study of mathematics. Even though Pythagoras is credited with discovering the famous theorem, it's not possible to say if he is the actual author. The objectives of this lesson: we are going to learn what are the qualifications are for triangle to be right, how to apply the Pythagorean formula on the three legs, how to apply the occasions of triangle in graphics and everyday lives by using Pythagorean theorem. There are many kinds of triangles, such as equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, and right triangle, and we are going to explain the right triangle in this lesson. The qualifications of right triangle are: a right triangle has to have a 90-degree angle on AB corner. The hypotenuse C should be the largest side in the right triangle. To explain the Pythagorean theorem, these legs are marked with an A, B, while the hypotenuse is marked with C. In this case, the formula is A square plus B square equals C square. The sum of the squares of the two lengths of legs A square plus B square equals the square of the length of the hypotenuse C. Let's do practice. First, we're going to write the Pythagorean theorem, which is A square plus B square equals C square. If it's A is 4 and B is 3, so 4 times 4 is 16, 3 times 3 is 9, and 16 plus 9 is 25. The square root of 25 is 5 because 5 times 5 is 25. As a result, if it's A is 4 and B is 3, it means C is 5. Now, let's do other practice. Can you find the length of leg C in the triangle on the left? But first, check these points, then start. Pause the video. Are you done? Let's check your answer. You're right, it's right triangle. And now, let's see your answer. If your answer is C equal 10, that means you're right. But if it's not, you have to redo it again. Now, let's do it with a larger number. Can you find the length of leg C in this triangle? And again, check these points in the box. Pause the video. Are you done? You're right, it's right triangle. And now, let's see your answer. If your answer is C equals 75, it means you're right. But if it's not, you have to figure out where is your mistake is. And now, why do we study this theorem? Is it useful in our daily life? Well, let's see. As you see, there is a tree and computer and house. Can we measure these length by using Pythagorean theorem? Let's take an example. There is a man who wants to measure how tall this house is. And we can find it by knowing the length between this man and the highest point, which is 4 miles, and between him and lowest point, which is 3 miles, we can measure how tall this house is. See, easy and useful. And we can apply it on a tree or anything else. Also, we can apply this theorem on the computer or a TV screen. If you want to get a new computer and you have, for example, 22 inches as the size of the holder, by using Pythagorean theorem, you are going to measure the height and width of the computer screen before buying it to find out whether the diagonal length 22 inches is the perfect size to fit in your holder or not. And now we are done. Let's review what we have. The qualifications of right triangle: it has to be 90 angle and the hypotenuse has to be the longest side. Also, we have to remember the Pythagorean theorem, which is a square plus b square equal c square. And now, thank you.